Look, Blox Fruits is a game I grew up playing, a game I actually used to enjoy, but as of about 2 years ago, I realized that it's a terrible bandit-beating repetitive slugfest. However, the focus of this video is not to discuss my disdain for the game. Instead, I'm going to talk about the recent scam that they did. Now, firstly, I do want to say this. Blox Fruits has a high amount of players. There's people who enjoy this game. There's people who will always play this game. But for whatever reason, the devs will still slap them in the face and remove something that they spent money on. But look, you might be wondering, what exactly am I talking about? What exactly are you really getting at? Well, what I'm talking about is the scam that these scummy ass devs decided to roll out. Now, of course, the scam I'm talking about has to do with the dragon fruit. And what they did was basically remove any permanent dragon fruit or physical fruit that you may have grinded for or actually spend money on. Now, what this does is actually make it so you have to buy it again. And that is a problem. The reason why that's a problem is because they said it was permanent. And if you take away something that's permanent, then it's not fucking permanent. Does anybody understand what that means? I mean, listen, I'm not trying to sit here and act like I'm superbly pissed. I haven't played Blox Fruits in so long, but I also want to say this. It is really scummy and stupid to scam your fans like this, to scam your fan base, the people who play the game, the people who enjoy the game, right? I'm not one who enjoys the game. And quite frankly, this whole token situation is just a cop-out to try and act like, oh yeah, the discount is fair. This is all fair. It is not fair, my guy. There is no amount of reward that you can get that will get you your money back or get you any of that time that you spent grinding for that fucking fruit again. You have to realize that. You have to honestly realize that you should never buy something from Blox Fruits, because if they do this, they will definitely have no issue doing it again. I guarantee you that. I mean, let's be real for a second. Blox Fruits is a high profile game. It's a game that is literally on the front page. It's a game that has been played by millions and billions of people. And it's a game that quite frankly is known by most people who play Roblox. They definitely made enough money to where they don't actually need to scam you and actually need to take away your money and make you buy something again. On top of that, I also want to say they've been working on the new dragon fruit for a whole fucking year. And guess what? They thought that nobody would actually prepare for the new one and just thought that, yeah, anybody who actually wants to grind for it, guess what? We're gonna just take it away from you. This is something that people have bought, spent time grinding for. They had a year's worth of time to prepare for this shit, and you take it away from them for what reason? Because, oh, we don't want people to start off with it. And honestly, I don't really know what the exact reason is. If you know the reason is for like why they removed it in general, let me know in the comments. Look, I want to say this to every game dev that adds something that is a game pass or just anything in general that you can buy. If you put the word permanent, people are under the assumption that it will never be removed. They will have it forever. Permanent? What is the definition of permanent? Find out what the definition is and then come back to the video. You cannot advertise something that way and then remove it from somebody. That is a scam. On top of that, there is no real justification for removing it in the first place. It is permanent. Somebody spent their money on it. Somebody thought that they were going to have it for the rest of the time that they're playing the game. And now it's gone. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to say this and get at that, but if you're under the assumption that something is never going to be removed and they remove it and you spent money on that thing, that is a clear violation and it's a scam. And quite frankly, I did not expect this from a game like this. I mean, look, let's be real. Blox Fruits honestly has the bare minimum, right? Do they have some superbly flashy effects? Yeah, they do at times. But is the combat really advanced and shit? No, you're spamming skills and killing somebody, putting them inside one-shot combos that they can't even escape unless they have a certain thing. On top of that, the game does not have a whole lot going on. I mean, let's be real, bro. Leveling up, you get to max level, you go kill people. It's that one-of-the-mill bandit beater type of play. And you can enjoy that. I'm not saying you can't. But what I'm saying is, if you enjoyed this game, you should criticize the fact that they scammed anybody who had the permanent dragon fruit. For example, I had the permanent dragon fruit. And now I don't have it because I'm not going to play the game anyways. And then on top of that too, they removed that shit. What the fuck is going through your head? You had 1 year's time to really think about how you were going to implement this the right way. Right? It's common sense to know that you probably shouldn't remove something that somebody paid for that is permanent, right? That is something that you cannot do. And if you do something like that, you are a scum human being. What the fuck are you doing? Somebody spent their money on that shit. I imagine all the little kids that took their mom's credit card and bought the dragon fruit. And guess what? Now they don't even have that shit. And guess what? They're going to do it again. They're going to take their mom's credit card and buy a new dragon fruit. And now listen, if you're a YouTuber or anyone who does anything in Blox Fruits or likes the game at all, or even like me, somebody who criticizes the game, right? Talk about this, spread it out, let everybody know about this foolish scam that these devs have done and decided to roll out. Because let's be real, bro. It is common sense. If you think something is going to be insanely brain dead when you add it to the game and you want to remove it, don't add it to the game. If you think it's going to fuck up the way that the game is, do not add it to the game. And by the way, I just want to say, if you plan on defending the devs' actions, remember that everyone who bought the perma dragon bought it because they thought it was going to be permanent. They thought that they would have it forever. Removing that in the future goes against the very name it got, which was permanent, which is a clear violation. You can't sell something that should stay forever and then decide to remove it. That's fucked up.